If you keep hitting the same wall over and over again, this is the sign that you've been ignoring. If you are just joining me from this video, this has been a 7-part series. I have 2 videos prior to this. I would stop right now and try to go find video 1. I have it linked in the comments. If you've already seen video 1, make sure you watch video 2. It will make it all make sense. And it will actually help you process through this and realize that you are not being attacked. Okay? So when your body is contracting, this is all about nervous system and energetic feelings. Okay. So energy blocks and nervous system blocks are interchangeable to me. They're the same thing. Our body is an energy body. Our body is made up of a nervous system that is of like basically energy. Okay. So when your body is contracting, it's not sabotaging. It's trying to guide you and it's trying to lead you. It's trying to talk to you. Guess what? We don't always do. Listen. Sometimes we are more absorbed and care more about what we feel than what is actually happening. And just because we feel something, just because we feel that we're going to say this thing does not make it true. Same thing I tell with my children, you know, when they're like, oh, I hate you. I know they don't actually hate me. They hate what's happening. They might hate the consequence. They might hate what they're feeling in their body, but they have no idea how to actually communicate that in that moment in time. And even as adults, even when you're not a child, you can have the same exact thing that's going on. Okay. So we are learning what has been the contraction. What is the thing that the universe is trying to get you to see? Okay. All right. Got it for that. Literally is, you're going to feel inexperienced. It is, it's going to feel new. It's going to feel different. Okay. It just is. It's kind of part of it. That's how you know that you're really in a way like moving through it. Is that meant to be reversed? Let's see. I lost my pendulum, but I'm going to use a necklace. Is this meant to be reversed? No, it's not. It's meant to be upright. Is this one meant to be reversed? Okay, because they're not meant to feel alone. They're not meant to feel alone. You're not supposed to be feeling alone. Okay, so the universe has been trying to get you to connect deeper, okay? To connect more intimately with the inner guidance of yourself. And the thing is sometimes I think you might doubt that. You might be like, but I've been leading myself astray all this time, Danielle. I thought I was listening to my intuition. I feel like I failed myself. I have these moments. Shh. So sometimes when you're trying to intuitively doing something, you're actually trying to do it based on action to create a result. And then you're trying to create intuition to create this decision. Tell me yes or nay. Tell me yes or no. Tell me yes or nay. I mean, yay or nay. Yes or no, over and over again, right? Well, the universe is like, no, go. Move into the center. I am safe. I am safe. I'm learning to listen to my body. I keep hitting the same wall over and over again. I want to see why I put the wall in front of me. I want to see the pattern that I continue to keep making. I want to feel it. Okay, before I can feel it, I need to feel that I feel strong enough. I need to feel that I can do this. I need to feel safe. So we're going to still your mind, still your mind, still your mind, still your mind. I haven't done this yet. I do feel inexperienced. I am afraid that I'm going to start this process. I'm going to start listening. I'm going to appreciate this new beginning. But what if I mess up? What if I go back into old habits? What if I get attached to thinking that this is it? And I figured it out and I found it and I'm attaching to a destination, even though I know destinations isn't really a thing because it's a journey. But then sometimes it feels like we have destinations. How do I do this? Makes me feel like a small child. Okay. I'm scared. It's bringing up a lot of scary. I'm scared. I feel like sometimes when I've had to make these decisions in my life, so it's moving into strength. You recognizing your patterns to call in the strength. Okay. We're grounding, earth energy. Look at the greens, earth energy, grounding, stability. You have this when we have when we are in a harmonic balance. I don't believe in equality of balance within the system because it will ebb and flow. It's going to ebb and flow. But we have tools and we bring in awareness to allow ourselves to listen to the inner guidance, to connect to the universal energies around us, to let us know where the boundaries are necessary and needed. Sometimes the boundaries are coming through our mind. Sometimes the boundaries are coming through other people. Okay. This is your flex. This is your time in which you are growing to be able to know the difference. Okay. To be able to know the difference. So you have also to realize that reverse of solitude, what this is saying to you is, yes, the decision to change as a whole is on you. Totally. We choose the choices. We choose our choices. We do. We choose our choices, which then leads to our circumstances once we reach a certain standpoint in our lives. There's nobody else that we can just point the finger and blame, unless you've been literally like captive. I mean, there's always exceptions to the rule, but more than likely you're not watching this video, so we don't need to talk about that. So the vast majority of you have made choices. Sometimes we make stupid choices. Sometimes we get lazy. We get complacent. We have this moment of forward momentum, and then you have this really amazing conversation with your boss, with your partner, with your child, maybe even with yourself, because you were motivated by a video or you got these messages and you feel super inspired and it feels really good and it feels really open and it feels really perfect and it feels really great. Well, you have to realize you're about to enter into a pattern that is not normal for your nervous system. It felt pleasurable, didn't it? Well, then aren't I going to keep that? But we usually don't when our body is not used to feeling pleasure, openness, okay? Within a usually short period of time, sometimes less than 48 hours, sometimes less than 24, that said person the next day is going to start having obstacles in their way. Their nervous system is going to start to retaliate. And this is where, if you recognize the patterns, yes, they can be broken pretty early on. When you set up the proper boundaries towards it, yes, it can go on. And this is a time, and solitude is not where you really want to be. So I recommend watching videos like this. If you're a part of a community or would like to become part of a community, they are there. We have one, the collective, or you can become one by being in different parts of it. Just reach out to me. We can discuss options. Nevertheless, there are options out there. You have to be willing to be a part of it, and you have to be willing to get out of your ego, to get out of the way, to be able to make use of them. You can get help for as little, for some communities, $29, $33. Now, granted, sometimes those coaches are not really like communicating with you and they don't really work with you. And so you are relying on the community, but this isn't even about that. It's having the courage to be able to be vulnerably inexperienced to people, to basically, without feeling like a victim, to be able to go into that community and say, hey, here's what is happening. Here's what I'm aware of. I can't, like, I'm almost embarrassed that I'm in this struggle. Here's what I'm feeling. I'm realizing that I get stuck in the guise of the ego that makes me feel like I should know better or feel like I have the superiority over this particular part, whatever segment in my life, and I should know better. And if I'm asking questions on it, then these people that's in here might think that like I'm below them or that I need their help. And I don't want them to feel that because I'm so used to wanting to just help other people that I don't allow myself to be helped. That's a big one for a lot. And I can feel that. So that goes into feeling really vulnerable. So these are beautiful cards, but they do kind of carry this like nakedness to them. This real openness. It's a lot of feminine energy because it's compassion, it's nurture, it's being supported by the feminine. And I know in my world, I haven't had until kind of recent years, I didn't have a big pool of feminine support around me. I often had a lot more male friends. I was a lot more comfortable with males. Their energy, their demeanor, their personality. Why? I was way more withdrawn. The way that my boundaries work was like, I just kind of contained myself. It was a lot easier to like navigate the world. But I also was very attached to that side of my life. And then I realized that was my missing factor, was I wasn't really honoring my feminine. I wasn't, and I wasn't really seeing my feminine as a strength. I saw femininity was very much a weakness. The same concept I once witnessed as a housewife, like you lose yourself and you're not really doing anything with yourself. So I used to like, scuff my nose at it. Like I was raised by a housewife. So it's like, you have to go through these ebbs and flows, and you have to connect intimately with yourself. You connect intimately to the universe's messages through these, to where the universe is trying to bring self-awareness to you if you're willing to listen. Obviously, nothing can make you change, which is why I like to always use the expression of, yes, The universe can give you the message. Totally. Okay? So we can give you a fish. And then collectively we can teach you a tool to be able to how to fish. We can show you how to use the fishing pole or a net to go fish, right? Well, then when the universe, when the course, when the coach, when the video isn't on, and you're left under your own devices and you're creating your own patterns, are you going to go fish to get your own fish with the tools that you knew? Are you going to change the pattern from the awareness that you were given, maybe the answer from a reading that you were given, to the tool that was there of the self-responsibility for you to then break the pattern, for you to allow it to feel new? I feel a little embarrassed doing this by myself with nobody with me. I feel a little weird right now. I don't know if I feel strong enough. I'm feeling alone. So when we think sometimes we have to go get our own fish, we might not realize that we can bring somebody and invite somebody to come with us to go fishing. That it's okay when you are doing the third thing of somebody gave you one, somebody taught you, and now you're on your own. It's okay to go back to the person that taught you to say, hey, I'm trying this out. I think I've asked this like 7 times. I need a little support. I just don't feel quite ready yet. Something in me does not feel safe to completely be solitary with that. So then that's the second thing. You might even by making a post or asking that question realize, like, especially if there was any delay of time involved, you might realize that you build the strength because you start connecting, you start listening, and you start nurturing the inner of yourself. You start realizing that you are a beacon of light, that you are the leader inside of your life. You start understanding what true independence is versus avoidance, bypassing. That it doesn't mean to be alone. It actually means to be so whole with yourself as you engage and interact with other people. It really does. And the magic of life, not always, because some situations legitimately are toxic, but there are many, many times that as you become whole, as you recognize your patterns with yourself, you stop thinking the universe is doing something to you. You realize that you are an adult, even though we don't want to be one all the time. And the people around you change because you change. The situations around you change because you change. And you change by making different decisions. You change by breaking patterns. You realize that, where maybe you are now is the person that you were looking to work towards like 5-10 years ago, and you became him. This person's here. Okay, that person is not the same person in order to get to where you want to go next, though. You're going to change. It's going to change. Change doesn't always have to be uncomfortable, but it is inevitable, okay? New beginnings are going to happen as you grow into bigger forms of energy, as you go into bigger forms of money, bigger forms of love. It's going to feel a little new sometimes. That is okay. As we finish up, I am safe to grow. I am safe to recognize my patterns. It's okay for me to be inexperienced. Have any resistance in your body? Do you feel your body contracting in any way when you say that? Work on that today. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 4.